Hi, my name is James Wiley, and I represent the life-saving project reflectionsfromwithin.net. Today I want to share with you a paper I wrote for school. It's titled, Death Penalty is Unjust. The subjective death penalty debate raises many emotional responses. The death penalty, also called capital punishment, is the, quote, execution of an offender sentenced to death after conviction by a court of law of a criminal offense, unquote, Hood 2024. I feel the death penalty is excessively unjust, but some scholars argue the death penalty is voluntarily just. Leaser, no date. After considering the arguments, please agree with me in judging the death penalty as being an unjust disservice to our society. Killing under any rationalized judgment undermines our humanity and our empathetic growth as social beings. One perspective is that the death penalty actually values an offender's humanity. The author, Burton Laser, 1930 to 2009, presents a strong argument permitting capital punishment by embracing the concept of retribution, which is, quote, punishment inflicted in the spirit of moral outrage or personal vengeance, unquote. Retribution, no date. Leaser argues how the death penalty argues an offender's humanity by contending that lawful execution, quote, actually affirms the offender's dignity and worth, for it treats him or her as a fully responsible person, unquote. Leaser, no date, page 732. He makes an interesting point by highlighting how a person is capable of voluntarily making choices and deserves recognition, good or bad, for what they do. Leaser, no date. In his acknowledgement of a person choosing to willfully demonstrate absolute contempt and disregard for societal values, Leaser tries to prove that in response to the individual's incorrigible autonomy, the death penalty offers valued respect. His argument falls short because in his attempt to honor individual choices, he fails to account for recognizing human fallacy. Humans, no matter their mistakes, are on a journey of growth and change. The question is whether we respect all life or do we pass judgment against those who stumble? Are we empathetic to those less fortunate in their development? In answering that, let us focus on the studies of Abraham Maslow. Maslow focuses on content theory, which studies the, quote, things rather than the processes that motivate people, unquote. Greenberg, 2007, page 117. His theory exhibits how humans strive to achieve things they do not have, but once gained, no longer motivate, so higher levels of need are introduced. Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs include 1. Physiological, 2. Safety, 3. Belonging, 4. Esteem, and 5. Self-actualization. Greenberg, 2007. Maslow's needs theory identifies human growth and change, which is a process leading to a higher level of humanity, self-actualization. Individuals that have achieved self-actualization share virtuous traits like being authentic and genuine. Greenberg, 2007. They strive to bring the ideal future to the present of how things should be. How things should be is the point of this entire argument. Should the death penalty be permissible? Absolutely not. The goal of humanity is to value human worth and dignity. Leaser strives to honor the individual by validating their choices, but fails to recognize that people only know what they know. People do not start out perfect. They actually begin naked in need of diapers. Maslow illustrates different stages of development and identifies processes of changing growth, which proves people have the capacity to learn and change. Yes, individuals will make mistakes, sometimes tragic. But must we choose to make tragic mistakes like upholding the death penalty in retribution? We should not. Being self-actualized, we are better than that. References: Greenberg, Fall 2007, Beyond Self-Actualization, Journal of Health and Human Services Administration, pages 116 to 128. Hogue, no date, capital punishment, Hogue, IEP, Doc X. Hood, Art, 2024, May 24th, capital punishment, Encyclopedia Britannica. Lyser, B, no date, the death penalty is permissible. Volume 89, pages 730 to 737. And Retribution, no date, in Wiktionary, retrieved June 6, 2024. Well, thank you very much for listening to me. I am James Wiley.